how do parents who, let's say, don't get the opportunity to go to a private school or whatnot find those opportunities, and how do they make the most of it and figure out what they like?
Well, I'd say that I think a lot of the reason that parents want to go to, sorry, want their kids to go to private schools is because the schools help you a lot in that regard with the opportunities. And for schools outside, it sometimes is a little bit harder for those opportunities. So I think it's not necessarily that private schools are the only places that support these kinds of bonus enrichment opportunities. I think a lot of, especially top non private schools also have those opportunities, but I think for most people, they tend to be a bit fewer and also perhaps less broad. And in a case like that, I think it's not still impossible to have those opportunities outside of the curriculum, as you call it. It is potentially harder. And that's, I think, one of the reasons that, circling back now, that I think a lot of parents would like their kids to go to private schools because it is potentially harder to find opportunities outside of the curriculum. But that doesn't make it impossible. I think they're just harder to find given to you, and you kind of have to create them more yourself, which I think has a lot of merits in their own right. I think it's also very important that you kind of try and create those opportunities yourself. And even say if that's not possible at school, there are always ways outside of school to make it possible, right? If, let's say you're in primary school or even in high school, you can try out different things, different classes, right? But those opportunities do exist elsewhere. I think it just requires a bit of finding and trying out because some things you won't like and won't stick with. So yeah, I'd say with regards to those opportunities, it takes a bit of hunting and finding outside to really get.